straight fly.
Yo, what's good? It's your boy Adrian, Nyce in the building. We here with the one and only
Surf Godly, Blue Godly.
Godly Talk. Right now, we are at the world famous Audio Box Studios in Charlotte, North Carolina. We just had some beautiful young ladies come looking for a tattoo shop that is no longer here.
They'll get tatted, you know. We do tramp stamps. You know, it's more like a handmade type tramp stamp, but it's
Big facts. Big facts. All right, boss man, what's up with you? How you feeling?
oh man, I'm feeling godly. As always godly, man.
Godly Talk. So who is Surf Godly in a nutshell, bro?
I mean, it's a guy who always team first, always puts the team first, and it comes a point in your life to where you get to where it's like, okay, if I'm putting the team first, where am I getting? You know, they buried the seeds and forgot about them, but we was raising hell, so we sprouting now. That's godly talk. Sequoias.
Okay. Okay, so what I like to do to open up the show, you're an independent artist, correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you looking to stay independent, or are you looking to eventually get signed to a label, some type of deal?
I mean, it's money talks, but it has to be
The right
worth my time.
the right deal.
Yeah, I've been putting in too much work for somebody to just take my credibility because I have to get your address and we'll camp
Come.
outside.
Could pay you a visit.
George Floyd was a cop. George Floyd got in. We'll camp outside. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay. Okay, so you are open to a deal.
Yeah, I mean,
As long as it makes sense.
it has to make sense.
As long as it makes sense.
And I have to own my masters, which, come on now.
Oh, yeah, let's talk that talk.
I have to own my masters, which that's going to really cut out a lot of the BS right there.
Make majority of the money's going to go to you at the end of the day. Okay, so what I like to do, open up the show, is do you know what an elevator pitch is?
Yes.
Elevator pitch. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to paint a scenario, right? And within that scenario, you're going to pitch yourself to these executives on why they should sign you. Okay? All right. So we're in a big executive building. We're on the top floor. We're coming from the top floor to the bottom floor. Who's in this elevator? We got Jay-Z and executives from Rock Nation. We have P. Diddy and executives from Bad Boy. Drake, OVO, Epic Records, Capitol Records. The who's who is in this elevator. You have 1 minute to pitch to them on why they should sign you to their label. Okay? You ready? And go.
I've been a way better rapper than Biggie was, so it's only right I big up my cuz. Shout out to Blood Gang. Blacks was dancing in the streets till the levees broke. That's when the floods came. I'm a bulldog and a cougar. That means I got a mammy and a pappy. If you gay and ain't happy, that mean you a faggot. And bottom line is, you know, when you blessed from the universe, it just happens, man. It's just being at the right place at the right time. I've been putting in work. This ain't no new jack. You know, I'm bridging the gaps for the young bulls and the old bulls. You know, I grew up off like KRS-One and, you know, like you got the young hitters out, like an NBA young boy and these guys who putting in work. So everybody just need to come together and realize, man, how we gonna do it without each other? Don't hate on somebody just because they older or younger than you. Hell, we got to live our lives together. It's godly talk.
All right. And if they are watching this stream and they wanted to reach out to you, go ahead and drop your Instagram and your other info if you have like an email, booking email, et cetera, et cetera.
I mean, you can hit me up on IG, Surf Dirty 1. You know, it's Surf Dirty and the number 1.
Let's go ahead and spell that.
Yeah, it's Surf Dirty. It's SURF Dirty, DIRTY, and the number 1. Surf Dirty 1. And my music page is Surf Godly 33 Trill. That's Surf, SURF, once again, Godly, GODLY, 33, the number 33, and Trill, TRRLL. Surf Godly 33 Trill. And, you know, you can hit me up on YouTube, too, Surf Godly. SoundCloud, Surf Golly, Spotify, Surf Golly, and Facebook, Big Surf Willow. You know what I'm talking about? Golly Talk.
Okay, so speaking of SoundCloud, you do have some singles on SoundCloud, correct? So you have a list of them. Go ahead and let's list out the ones that you have right now.
All right, I have Boiling Hot, which is, I got a little Chitlins and Jesus mix on my SoundCloud. It's Boiling Hot, which will be my first single off the Chitlins and Jesus. And then I have Pink Sandcastles, which is, wow, it's crazy. And I have Peace of War, which is for the people that want to do they're about, gang banging. I'm going to show you how to come together instead of just shooting and killing each other. And then 2 cops come in and shoot and kill all y'all, and you don't do nothing about it. Let's come together and just be godly with it.
Let's just talk a little more about that. So how do you feel about all that's going on in the world, the George Floyd killing and then the protesting? How do you feel about it?
I mean, it's just, we program, it's like a thing to just keep people distracted. There's more going on than meets the eye. I'm not going to really get into details about that because it's not for me to wake folks up. I know I'm up where I'm at. And so one thing I'm a firm advocate of is you can't save humans, but you can always save yourself from humans. So like for you somebody that's sinking, you trying to get them, they're going to pull you down. And so you got to leave these crabs where they at. They want to be there. Misery loves company. That's godly talk.
That's real. That's godly talk for you. Goddamn. Okay. Did you get a chance to go out there and protest, or where?
I'm not a protester. I don't march. I don't. I'm not that type of person because where has it gotten us?
Everybody isn't.
Everybody is. Like my thing is, I don't not like we have to. There has to be certain kind of leeways, but my thing is to have the people in the bag. Do something to have them in the bag, which means that you have to go to the boardroom. You have to have that product that, look, we're going to talk about this. That's why I say I can sign to a label, but I got to own my masters. Fuck a badge number. What's his address? Are you mad yet? I can get 35 to life and get off for putting hands on the magistrate before the judge stretch. 300 at his doorsteps. Leave him stretched. And I'm about that life because it's rebuttal season. People want to talk about you supposed to do this and that, and this, and you listen. And you know what my response to that is? Bitch, shut the fuck up.
Okay, so do you feel like protesting is necessary?
It's all right. I look at protesting like like shopping at the Goodwill. You get a little bit of discounts. You get but you're not getting that real top scale type rights. You get a little, we'll give you that.
So what about the rioting and the looting? Do you feel like that's necessary?
I think it's a lot of provocateurs out there, a lot of people that incite riots and, people that want to paint the images. It's just a historic concept. So people out here that they want to change the narrative and demonize what's really going on because like in the my Boiling Hot, which is the first single off the Chitlins and Jesus, I said a line that false information travels at the speed of light. You don't believe me? Get on your knees, ask Jesus Christ. So false information always travels way further than the truth, than the facts. So when everybody is chasing whatever it is, the new thing or the next thing, the wave, these sheep are out here, what's really going on is you don't realize what's going on in like 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years later. And that be generations later.
It's already done.
It's already done.
Okay. All right, so what we're about to do is we're about to take this quick commercial break, and then when we get back, we're going to hop back in Chitlins and Jesus.
Hey, Nyce.
All right. We'll be right back after this.
Boom! You want to be inspired? You want to hear a story that's going to take you places that lights a fire in your chest? You got to check out my boy Adrian's film, Running for Film. Dude ran across America, documented the whole thing, and put it here on a DVD that you can check out. Look, I had a chance to work with this gentleman at VidSummit 2018. This guy knows what he's doing. He's got fire, he's got excitement, and you need to be a part of what he's building with this film. So go check it out right now. Tell him Owen Video sent you, and I can't wait to see you there.
What's up? It's your boy Adrian Nyce, host of the Mouthinout show. I'm here to tell you about our new merch, $100 bill wallets. You want to feel like $1 million bucks? Well, you got to start with $100 first. Think it, be it. Focus creates attraction. Holla at me. We are back. So, chitlins and A-N in Jesus. Where does this title come from, bro?
It's growing up in the Bible Belt, and heavy Christian roots. I'm a firm believer, and a lot of people might not be a believer in whatever, but to me, when it comes to Bible stories versus other stories, when you got the love of Jesus in your mind and heart and chitlins in your body, and you spread that generation after generation, at some point, somebody's just gonna say, hey, the way these chitlins ain't, my blood pressure's shooting up. But I love, like, the whole Bible story of Jesus, no matter who you believe in. I don't knock nobody's belief. To me personally, that story of Jesus is the best entrepreneur. If you can box that in yourself and channel that, and, he was bootlegging, he was, psychologist, philosopher, carpenter building houses, got nothing.
Ultimate hustler.
Hustle, that's entrepreneurship. That's the spirit of being an entrepreneur. You out there got done, and you selling that on the low too, Folk red eyes, come on, player. But that's just the spirit of the entrepreneurship. So, like, I'll put Jesus over anybody when it comes to that. So even if you don't believe in Jesus, respect that story and realize that entrepreneur spirit is real, and you can really change lives. You can really feed people. You can really motivate people and take them to a whole nother level. And that's godly talk, by the way.
Godly talk. So boiling hot. Let's talk about where that name come, and then let's talk about where that song came from. Like, where were you at mentally when you were making the song, et cetera, et cetera.
All right, so when I made the Boiling Hot, the concept is just a microcosm of just being put on the back burner. When you look throughout history and the person who took it over the top versus the person who they thought was two different people. And the thing about it is believing in yourself. Like, you gotta know that you're chosen. Everybody has a gift, and it's just either somebody's gonna take that gift and manipulate it, or you're gonna know your gift and nobody can stop you. So that boiling hot is the fact that being put on the back burner and people want to cast you away. But we floating like Wilson, holler at Tom Hanks. but anyway, when you leave the back burner unattended to, it burns the house down. It burns the fucking house down because you forgot about it, left it unattended to, and the main dish was maybe some eggs or something. That was the main dish that you wanted to be the main dish. But the real thing was the chitlins in the back, boiling hot, burnt the house down. Chitlins and Jesus.
That's godly talk, y'all. And then another name was Pink Castle. Is that Pink Sand? Where does this name come from?
Pink Sand Castles is just basically, it's one of those songs that'll just take you to that foreign place. It'll take you out of the States, basically. Or it'll take you out of here to really, not even fantasy land. It can take you there, but it'll take you more on a motivational, like release your stress type song, and it's enlightenment. It's a lot of, with that one, it's a lot of things being discovered and a lot of facts that's being laid out. I'm not gonna really put it out there because you either get it or you don't. So I always shout out to everybody that's getting it. And if you don't get it, you'll get it some kind of way in your mind, and you'll go that way with it, even if it's right, left, or super left. You could take it super left. If it took you that way, and you got to a better place, it was meant to take you there.
And then there's a third song also, right? What was that one?
That is a Peace of War. Peace of War is more like a street. I don't do the killing or the shooting, but I murder bars and stuff like that. But this is more to put things in perspective. So I got the hook I'm throwing shots early. And with the Peace of War, you just gotta hear it, and it's showing like breaking down different gangs and the activity of the gangs, not snitching on the gangs, but it just shows you like there's brotherhoods and there's different cultures and subcultures inside of cultures, and the fact that we're divided as people is there has to be something to bridge the gap to bring us together. So it's like, okay, if I'm wearing a different color from you, you're gonna kill me for that, and then we're getting killed as it is anyway. So that doesn't make sense. And then
no sense at all.
When somebody, a cop kills you, but and I'm not gonna get into that because I'm not a political person. I'm more of a better than myself. I don't save humans, but
they'll bring you down. They'll bring you down.
They'll bring you down with the ship Titanic. Come on in here. Nah, you see them holes in there. I ain't going there. Pew. But it's just like if you're a deaf person, sign language. You throw up the wrong sign, you probably killed. And so like people are throwing up things. You don't own that sign. Like if I wave or I throw a peace sign, what is that? Is that offending somebody for a hand gesture? But then we can get killed and shot in the back for anything, because people say they gonna ride for their hood. This is my street. Your name ain't on the street. You don't own that. You know what I'm talking about? You don't even own the shoes you wear.
So that seems like kind of senseless to you, or just like
it's levels to it. It's just like I'm not gonna just say no, because that is a brotherhood, a family of certain things that and I get it. I get that. So I'm not. But
with certain aspects.
There's certain aspects to what I see the overall. It's just like if God loves all people, I'm gonna take that aspect versus condemning somebody for the color of his skin or the color of his set or the sign language that they use. So I'm gonna be more of, I look at it from the godly perspective.
Did you hear about? It's a police in L.A. It was this maybe like 10 police officers. They were going around I guess, beating up black people, but they had like tattoos of a certain symbol on them. I forgot what they was called or something like that, but they just got all like, did you hear anything about that at all or anything like that?
I really don't stay away from the news, but I mean that is the biggest gang. Like, they got the rights to kill you. Like Slave Patrol. They got the rights to kill you, but my thing is, it's my birthright to protect myself. So they got it. They got us programmed in my minds that, okay, somebody can put a gun and you beat the shit out of you, and you just gotta submit. And that's gotta stop.
Don't work like that.
Stop. If I can't be filming nobody and like, oh, get off on that taterware. Let taterware alone, and you don't do nothing. You just as guilty as the cops. You accessory to the crime. They should get locked up. If you're filming and you don't do nothing to stop that, you should get the same thing that the cops get because you assessing. You accessory to the murder.
But I mean, to them. But it's the fear. I mean, yeah, okay, so let's just talk about George Floyd real quick. That situation. It was obviously people just watching. And, even though they were like, yo, look at him, check at least, et cetera, et cetera. Do you think if they would have stepped in that they would have all been alive, or do you think they...
I mean, it comes to, like, everybody got the right to defend themselves, and I'll just leave it at that. I'm not going to really go into the intricacies, but, if you got the drop, you got the phone, you got the drop, and I'll just leave it at that.
We wouldn't know if they wasn't filming, you know what I'm saying?
You filming. You got the drop.
Okay, let's switch it up. So 6ix9ine. You know of 6ix9ine? 6ix9ine, the rapper, rainbow colored hair. He got out of jail for snitching, and that was the big thing. How do you feel about that? When it comes to snitching, I guess, to get out of jail. How do you feel?
I mean, that's nowadays snitching, they made it kind of vague because it's a lot of things like somebody can rob your house, shoot a kid up, something got to be done about that. And like what 6ix9ine did was that's snitching. Like I think it's a difference between when somebody is really hurting the community versus what 6ix9ine did. He trolled, had folks, probably paid up, and that's kind of probably like a, kind of like government type thing that put him in that position. Didn't he take the bloods out or something like that? I don't know, but
this guy.
Me to got you know what I'm talking about. But you taking out organizations, that was planned. And
so
that was planned. I mean, it's music. I mean,
you listen to his music?
I might have heard realistically 6ix9ine song.
Same here, bro.
And it was, it was too gangster to not be that way, and I really wasn't really feeling the bars or the concepts of it. I mean, he was rapping, the flow was there, it was husky, but it wasn't really nothing that was elevating my mind. It was more like, nah, I'm good, player, I'm good.
I feel it. So, okay, let's keep moving it on. What do you think about these verse battles happening?
I love it, man. It's hip hop is back. I love the OGs. What I want to hear now that we got the verse battles, and I love 2 Chainz, but Ross killed 2 Chainz.
You think so? I didn't. No. So
I love 2 Chainz. That's my dog, man. Smoke one with me, player. I got one for you.
I didn't get to see it all, so I can't. You probably have a better answer than me. But I hopped in when he was right before Rick Ross got the back rub.
Yeah, I mean, when Rick Ross got the back rub, that was just. I mean, yeah, that's taking it to the God level there. That's
2 Chainz had the money though, about the dancers in.
Yeah, but I love it though. I love 2 Chainz. I love Ross. I love Southern rappers. I love East Coast rappers. I love Northern rappers. I love Middle Eastern rappers. I love whatever, man. If you doing it and you represent R.I.P. to Pimp C, by the way. But just if you about that life, man, about that craft, and you putting on not just for your hood, but your community, your town, your city, your state, you're gonna motivate people, you know. And this is South Carolina, by the way. We in South Carolina.
South Carolina. So you watched the whole thing or just parts of it?
I just watched parts of it. I'm not really big.
So for the singles that he dropped, if we're just going song for song, you still think Rick Ross?
Yes. And that there is opinion. That's
I know.
Think about it. And we got to get to the point, because, you know, some people, I read something where somebody had killed somebody over a debate whether LeBron James was better. And it's like, come on, you don't even know this.
Damn.
He could give a fuck about you, goddammit. You come on like, what up, LeBron? And it depends on what kind of day you say. Like, he'll throw it up, but goddamn, he might not dab you, bro. It's COVID out here.
For real.
Man, goddamn.
He killing people over.
Yeah. It's crazy. And so, and I would like to get people to realize, like, when you're around, like, most people don't really know what greatness is when it's around them. And so they'll look to somebody that they'll never meet, wish about places they'll never go, and never put it in their mind that they can do that, to go to that place. And so when you're being around like 99%ers, they want to, you know, chink at your armor and make you. So it's you being humble, but then it has to be a cutoff point to where it's like, you got to let them do them. And then when it just, hey, look, excuse me, God bless you, and keep it moving.
Has Surf Godly always been Surf Godly, or were you once, like, your mindset, has it always been here, or what? Where were you before here? When did you become?
Like, I mean, I was, like I said, I was always like that, had that point guard mentality. You know, I went from, I was kind of like a John Stockton pass first type mentality, you know, because I realized, like, I was on borrowed time at an early age, you know, growing up, Jehovah's Witness, to where you can't go to school, and, you know, Armageddon is going to come before you graduate. And so, you know, you got to select a few people that speak for God, all old white guys. And, you know, I finally got a token Negro. And, like, these guys are speaking for people and keeping people scared, and they'll teach you to cut your own family off if they're not yet. And so, like, they teach people to stay away from information. And so something deep down inside me was like, you know what? This is something different. Like, and I realized, like, all of the best artists grew up in some kind of Jehovah's Witness sect, whether it's Michael Jackson, Biggie, you know, all of the, you know, Childish Gambino, you name it, man, you know. And it's just something about that, growing up there, that takes you to the next level, because what it is once you, everybody got to go into a dark place. You got to go, and the dark place is deep down inside yourself, and you got to have certain knowledge. You got to motivate yourself, read your mind, you know, read books to elevate you, read the right type of books. You know, if you feel, I ain't reading no Jaul, like, you know, them love novels. But then, you know, it might, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes you might have to read that to see what's going on, you know, but just read, like, you know, business books, books that realize how, you know, people they're wiping away history right in front of our eyes. And like I said, I don't really want to get too deep and philosophize, because you know how that shit is, man. We talking about chillins and Jesus.
Chitlins and Jesus. Jesus. When did you get into music?
Well, I've always been a music fan, and I think believe it or not, the first time I actually really liked music, I grew up R&B. You know, my pops and my cousins, like, I had a cousin, they had like a dance group, and they was doing like the New Edition type things. I'm showing my age. I'm 175 years old, by the way. You know, but they did the New Edition. Bobby Brown was the shit. You know what I'm talking about? Bobby B. Brown, god dang it. B. Brown before the crack. Hey, you know what I'm talking about? But it's seeing that, and then it was a Boogie Down production thing that I seen, and my folks, they was older guys, so they would play the older music, and so like the Cool Moody, LL Cool J, of course, and then when you had like the South came in, I'm Outkast, just come on, and 3 Stacks is in my top 5, but one of the most underrated rappers of all time has to be Big Boy. I mean, because we're talking about these hits that they're playing, but 3 Stacks is murdering everything, and Big Boy is holding his own. Like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. And he's not even mentioned as one of the GOATs.
That's true. I mean, around here, I would think, I mean, from what I hear, get brought up. But when we go like to New York or, anywhere else, they definitely ain't talking about them. But they definitely they were holding their own. They definitely have the weight behind their name, et cetera, et cetera. So I agree with you on that.
And the fact that, like, with New York, I love New York. I love to go shopping there. But New York, I realized that hip-hop can't stay in one place. The reason it got to where it's at, if it was still in New York, motherfuckers would still be hip-hop, hip-it, and breakdancing. That'll be it. That'll be all it was. So it gotta grow. It gotta get past you, and then people see that. They're motivated by what New York did, and then they want to emulate it with what they do. And so I always been like my favorite rap group of all time will always be the Wu.
I was just about to ask you, like, who inspires you, or
Wu-Tang Clan, Outkast, but the way Wu did it, and with the group environment, the way RZA mastermind that whole concept, where you getting MCs in that area and then make them still, put their emotions and feelings to the side and just make history where they still making history. And now you got other people, and now you got like I used to love Killer Army, the whole thing. And I just like, one thing I love about being in South Carolina, we wasn't biased to the music. Whatever was popping was popping. Whether it's West Coast, East Coast, because who in South Carolina at that time was really doing it. So if the music was hot, we was bumping it. We wasn't biased to nothing. As long as it's hot, we gonna rock with it.
I feel that.
A lot of times we're biased to our own music. Oh, I know this dude, so I'm not gonna rock with him. I know Lil Tater Wedge rap, so I know Tater Wedge, he raps, so I ain't gonna
Tater Wedge.
And see, it's that kind of mindset that Pac would tell. Like, it's so much talent around here in South Carolina that, look, we gonna get it together. Like, you got to get it off you, and you're gonna attract the like-minded people. You got to shake the crabs off. If you didn't make it with you around, that's for a reason. That's the blessing of God or whoever you pray to was getting you out of that environment. And you, like I said, you got to go in that dark place, and that dark place is deep down inside you. You got to soul search, and then you really got to build yourself up to bust through those shackles.
That's deep. I feel that, and I relate to that. That's dope. Okay. So if you could tour with any artist in the world right now, who would you tour with?
Wow, that's a good question. That is an amazing question right there. That's probably the only, you know what? If I could tour with any artist right now, I'd probably tour with Julio. Julio.
Okay. Why?
Willie Franco and J. Cole.
Okay. J. Cole.
I would tour with, I'm not really like, I haven't been really listening to music over the past, because the music is so just, it's everywhere. It's bodish, it's program. But I would say Erykah Badu, but I just wouldn't look in the eyes. I give it like a little 1-2 second look in the eyes.
Turn you to stone, goddamn.
You know what I'm talking about? Like, yeah, But I like a lot of artists.
J. Cole, though? Is he your number one?
Beyonce, though.
Beyonce?
Beyonce is the shit.
Her stage performance is ridiculous.
Beyonce is the shit.
Did you get to see her? I think it's the new thing on Disney Plus with her. I think it's called Black King or something like that.
I haven't seen that.
I've seen snippets of it. It looks kind of dope though.
is her work ethic, the way Beyonce. It would be Beyonce. Like would be the number one.
Speaking of J. Cole, how do you feel about J. Cole trying to go to the NBA? You heard about that?
Hey, get it, J. Cole, baby.
Master P did it. Master P did it.
He did it, get it. Hey, but you know what I'm talking about? If I see you, goddamn, your crossover ain't better than mine, pimp.
So, so what happened was there was this little, I think he was dropping his shoe with Puma, and in that commercial, he's practicing with Master P, I think. And so from that, there was talk about him trying to try out for the NBA. He's going after his dream. So then the Pistons, they go ahead and come up with a jersey for him off of his high school number or college number, something like that. And they said, we got a spot for you, bro. So they might let him try it out and everything.
Let him do his thing, man. Let J. Cole do his thing. He's and as far as like transitional artist right now, man, J. Cole is in that new wave top 5 because with the young generation coming up, they don't really know about the Tupacs or the KRS Ones or the biggies like that.
Doesn't mean the same as it does to us.
They're like with a triple X, and I didn't, I'm 175 years old. When a lot of these folks was dying, like real talk, what's 3X or whatever, something, triple X, I don't know, but everybody was going crazy, and when he got killed or something like that. But I look at it like nowadays with the younger generation, they're making it cool to be sad and depressed.
I know who you're talking about.
Is it
XX Tentacion.
Extinction. And you gotta be careful how you use your words, because words is power. So I be telling folks like, man, the power of the tongue. So, you gotta be. Yeah, you can't be just reckless looking to fight. Like, I'm a rapper. I ain't trying to fight nobody, goddamn. I ain't no, my shit gangster and gutter, but I ain't trying to shoot and kill. Now, I will protect my rights in my life, goddamn. I got a God. That's my birthright. But I ain't trying to be goddamn on that petty stuff.
You go looking for it. You go knocking on the wrong door. It's called answer.
Like, my thing is, I'm going to uplift your mind to be better. You know what I mean? If you saying that the block is yours, is your name on that street? Ask yourself that, is your name on that street, and do you own that color or that set you claim? Do that. And go to the city councilman or something and say this block is mine, and I'm gonna put my name on this street, whatever set I claim, and we gonna represent and see what happens.
What happened?
Your ass will be on the 4th floor.
Lock this nigga. Yeah. You're right. Okay, so the last question was, if you could tour with anybody, who would it be? You said Beyonce, Erykah Badu, one of those two. But Beyonce, definitely. So if you could get a feature from anybody in the industry right now, who would that be? Still Beyonce, or would you switch it up? Somebody?
Beyonce, and a feature from anybody. Chris Brown and Busta Rhymes.
Brown and Busta Rhymes. Those would be huge too. Both big names. Both have a lot of history. Okay, why those two?
Like, Busta is a slept-on GOAT. He's definitely a top 5 all-timer. The way he shows you you got to reinvent yourself, and still is doing his thing, hip-hop to the fullest. And Chris Brown shows you the same way, how to reinvent yourself, and talented brother, man. It just makes amazing music. Now, if I would take it out of that aspect, I would say, I would say Incubus, tell you the truth. Yeah, Incubus.
Okay. So those are your top 3. Chris Brown.
Thinking of diversifying a little bit. And it's a lot of good. Like, I'm not really on the artist scene right now, so I can't really tell you who's the who's or what's hot right now. I just know my shit is boiling hot.
Before we go to commercial break, what I do want to hear is I want to hear your top 5 of all time rappers, greatest rappers, or rap groups, greatest rappers. Rap groups can be in that same top 5. Who would your top 5 be?
I would say number 1, Jay. Number 2, Pop. And this is where it gets number 3, 3 Stacks.
3 Stacks.
Number 4, I gotta say Eminem.
Eminem. Interesting.
And number 5, I'm gonna say Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes.
Close 6 would be Wu-Tang Clan.
So, did you see Snoop Dogg getting on Eminem? He wasn't really getting on him, but he was like, he's just not hot. He's just not hot. And this is what he said. He said, Eminem has never been in his top 5 or top 10. He's just, I forgot what he said exactly, but he's like, I don't know why everybody has always been included him as being hot. He feels like everybody thinks he's hot because he was with Dre.
It's his with me, because I'm an artist. I love to bar and blow your mind and have bars. Like, M would be one of those people. Like, now he's not gonna motivate you to be a better person like that, but his music is not for that. But it will make you be like, woo, what is this? Woo, this is, he talking about killing his mom and got done all that. Like, you black guy, that's not gonna fly. You being black, you can only do that by being white. That's white privilege right there, by the way. Eminem shows you how to finesse white privilege when it comes to hip hop, and there's nothing wrong with that, because he's great with what he does, and that's why he's in my top 5. And a lot of people look at content as just, what content are you making? Like, Snoop is a GOAT too. Now, Snoop definitely top 10, and some people top 5. And so, you know what I mean? You owe me a blunt for that one.
Okay, I feel that. All right, so we about to go to commercial break. We will be right back to finish up, talk about what's coming soon, and then we will play another segment, and then we'll sign out. We'll be right back. What's up? It's your boy Adrian Nyce, host of the Mouthinout Show. I'm here to tell you about our new merch, $100 bill wallets. You want to feel like $1 million? Well, you got to start with $100 first. Think it. Be it. Focus creates attraction. Holla at me.
Boom. You want to be inspired? You want to hear a story that's going to take you places, that lights a fire in your chest? You got to check out my boy Adrian's film, Running for Film. Dude ran across America, documented the whole thing, and put it here on a DVD that you can check out. Look, I had a chance to work with this gentleman at Vid Summit 2018. This guy knows what he's doing. He's got fire, he's got excitement, and you need to be a part of what he's building with this film. So go check it out right now. Tell him Owen Video sent you, and I can't wait to see you there.
KJ, get it? Get it, KJ. Get it, KJ. Get it, KJ. Get it, KJ. Not that. Gully, town. Get it.
Boom. You want to be inspired? You want to hear a story that's going to take you places, that lights a fire in your chest? You got to check out my boy Adrian's film, Running for Film. Dude ran across America, documented the whole thing, and put it here on a DVD that you can check out. Look, I had a chance to work with this gentleman at Vid Summit 2018. This guy knows what he's doing. He's got fire, he's got excitement, and you need to be a part of what he's building with this film. So go check it out right now. Tell him Owen Video sent you, and I can't wait to see you there.
What's up? It's your boy Adrian Nyce, host of the Mouthinout Show. I'm here to tell you about our new merch, $100 bill wallets. You want to feel like $1 million? Well, you got to start with $100 first. Think it. Be it. Focus creates attraction. Holla at me. We are back, Mouthinout, here with Surf Godly in the building. In the building. In the building. Is there a certain studio you record at?
The audio box.
And that's like the only one, like this your go-to. Is there a certain producer and engineer that you only work with?
Dr. Steesberg.
The one and only in the building. Y'all holla at him. So before we get out of here, man, what's next for you? Like after COVID kind of dies down, you know, we're starting to see a lot of events start to pop up a little more. Like what's next for you? What are you hoping to get done and accomplished?
It's more content, continued godly talk, and it's going to be more continued international platforms, and you know, it's here. Like the wave is here. You know, everybody been talking about the wave, and you know, I choose my words carefully, and I've been projecting and a lot of stuff, things like that, metaphysics. But I ain't trying to get too deep like that, you know. But when it's that time, you know, it's the board. I'm right on the board right now. Y'all see that? Yeah.
And so out of the 3 songs we named earlier, if you had to send them to one of them to run the numbers up, which one would you send them to, in your opinion?
Which song? Well, right now, like my first single right now is gonna be "We Outta Here," which won't be on the Chitlins and Jesus. It's "We Outta Here."
We Outta Here.
We Outta Here.
When's that dropping?
That is dropping. I'll be doing the video coming up. We got a block party. Matter of fact, if you're in York,
Plug it.
it's September or something. But Travis Castle, my cousin, is promoting an event. But Friday, you know, it's going to be, the block party is actually Saturday, but I'll be doing a video shoot that Friday.
Dope.
Yeah, because, you know, I ain't trying to be around too big a crowd out there with the COVID going on. You know what I mean? Doing too much, goddamn it. You know?
Feel that.
Shout out to everybody who working in nursing homes and get tested every week. You know, I'm talking about for COVID and still passing. You know, but yeah, man, this too should come to pass, and I'll take my mask when I take my mask off, COVID will be completely done. So it'll probably be after I drop that "We Outta Here," and yeah, that "We Outta Here," and like I say, Boiling Hot, Pink Sandcastles, and Piece of Wars. It's there. Right.
Say less. And before we go ahead and say your social media so they know how to contact you and everything.
Okay, yeah. Instagram, Surf Godly 33 Trill. You know, that's Surf Godly, the number 3 and 3 Trill. And I got another Instagram page too, which is Surf Dirty One. Surf dirty spelling exactly, and the number 1. And Facebook, Big Surf Wheeler. That's BIG / well, not slash, but subtraction dash Surf Wheeler. WHEELER. YouTube me. I do motivational speaking on YouTube. Surf Godly. You know, it ain't for the faint of heart. You know, it's definitely gonna get you up out of here, get you out of your feelings. And then SoundCloud, Surf Godly, and Spotify, Surf Godly, and the best is gonna yet to come. You know?
So, motivational talk. Godly talk. Before we go, what I'd like for you to do, we have a segment called One Piece of Advice. So what I'd like for you to do is give one piece of advice to all the up-and-coming rappers in the world right now trying to make it.
The one piece of advice I would give to every rapper or artist or whatever you want to do is look at not just you. I want you to dig down deep in yourself, and then once you see that, map it out, and then see what's around you that's holding you back. And you attract your surroundings and your environment, and you haven't made it because of what you're attracting. So you have to basically change your frequency by, elevating yourself to be better, and see how is your music going to provide value and service for the next generations to come. Godly talk.
Godly talk. Blue Godly. All right, this is Adrian, Nyce, Surf God in the building. Thank you guys for watching for another episode of Mouthinout. Please subscribe to my channel. We're trying to get the subscribers out. Like, comment, share, all of that. Check out my man, all of his music. Chitlins. Chitlins and Jesus. Y'all go check that out. This is Adrian, Nyce, Mouthinout.